Okay, so what we're going to do now is take a look at the income part of our linear equation in income versus expense. First of all, though, I'm going to start showing you a graphing website that we can use. It's called Desmos, Desmos. You see the website here, so it's desmos.com/calculator. So if I click on that site, it'll take me to a page that looks like this. Okay, and this is probably up, so it'll look like this. So what this site allows me to do, on the left hand side, down the left hand side, is where I can type in my equations, and what will happen then, they'll graph over here. And what this page lets us do is, this part of the screen lets me type in different numbers, functions, calculations, etc. So I'm going to hide keypad. I'm going to click on this. Now if you remember from my expense was y equals 2x, and that was $2 for every single bear we made. Okay, now automatically we'll start graphing it. So that means if I sell one bear, I'm going to zoom in so if I can get one. If I sell one bear, that costs me $2. Okay, I can grab this and drag it. 2 bears cost me $4. But you have to remember, we have to also include the cost of the $500 machine. So if I do plus 500, now notice it automatically should graph it, but there's nothing over here. So what I can do is go over here to the zoom out, and I'm going to minus, minus, minus. So once we zoom out, you can still see the graph here. Now look, my intercept 500 is right here at 0, so I didn't make any bears, but I still spent $500. And it has a slope of 2, so it's increasing and going uphill. Now what we can do is I can click on the left, and now we're going to start talking about income. So my general equation would be y equals mx plus b. Okay? And we'll talk about this in a later edition of what add slider means. So if I do y equals mx plus b, I have to think about, remember x is the number of bears that I'm going to make. It also is the number of bears I'm going to sell. So now we're talking about my income, money that I'm going to get back. How much do I want to sell each bear for? That's what my slope is going to be, because I need to multiply that by the number of bears, which is x, in order to figure out how much money I make. Now, it costs me $2 to make the bear. How much should I sell it for? If I sell it for $2, I'm never going to make any money. If I sell it for less than $2, I'm going to lose money. So this is where you chime in and say, I want to make money. Show me the money. So let's make it like $100 for the bear. The problem is no one's probably going to buy it. So you have to find that happy medium of what's the most you can charge, what's the most I can make this, that people still buy it, but I'm also making money. For this example, again, we're making it up. I'm going to charge $5. So that's $5 for every bear. So think about this. They come to the bear store, and when they buy a bear, it costs them $5. What if they buy 0 bears? Should they have to still pay anything even though they buy 0 bears? In other words, should they have to pay money just to come into the store and look? I hope you think no. That means there is no other cost associated with this. So I'm going to delete that out, which means I don't have any fixed cost here. So my income is $5 for every bear. My expense is $2 it cost me to make a bear, plus the $500 machine. So now let's take a look at my graph. What you'll see is my expense line is on top, my income line is in blue, and if I start working this way from 0, the expense line is above my income line. This area in here is us losing money because my expense line is higher than my income line. this spot right here, that's the important one. That's called my break-even point. So that lets me know how many bears must I sell in order to break even, have no money. I took all the money I spent, I got the money back, and I walk away with nothing. The answer, if I put my mouse right on that point, is 166.7. That's how many bears I have to sell. So in essence, 167 bears. Now that's awesome because now I know how many bears must I sell in order to at least break even. Now watch, anything to the right of this, the income line is higher than the expense line. Well, this is good because all of this space in here is us making money. It's profit. So all the extra space, the space between the blue line and the red line, is extra money that we make. Now, you say, okay, 167 bears. That's not bad, but it still seems like a lot. How can I make that number lower? Go over to your income, and instead of selling a bear for $5, let's sell it for $7. Or let's, better yet, sell it for $7.99 like everything else always has a 99 cents. Now watch what that did. I can go back, and I go back to 5 and graph it. Now I make that $7.99. Did it change it that much? $7.99. Actually, let's do put them side by side. There's my 5x. 5x is green. So here's my green 5x line. Remember, there's my 167 bears. My blue line is $7.99. What's that? 83.5. So that's 84 bears. 84 is a lot better than 167. What if I sold it for more? What if I sold it for $10 a piece? Y equals $10. That's the purple line. That's 63 bears compared to 84 bears compared to 167 bears. Okay, so let's take these out. So again, what this allows us to do, here's my expense equation, here's my income equation. I graph them, and we're going to use Desmos for this. It makes it a lot faster, a lot more visually appealing, a lot easier to deal with bigger numbers. I can zoom in, I can get closer, and I can see even closer of where that fits in with my graph. And we take a look at where the graphs cross. That's my break-even point. Anything below this, I'm losing money. Anything above this, I'm making money. So this is an introduction to Desmos. And notice, over to the right here real quick, you can create an account or sign in, but you don't need to use it. So you can just type in your equations and work from there. Okay, good luck.